the new rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've been looking forward to making this. It's not often I can say that. I've actually been looking forward to making this video. This is a review of Doctor Who Season 13. I've been reviewing this chapter by chapter over the weeks. We just finished chapter 13, which is, yeah, they got to chapter 13. Better than chapter 11, I think. But they got to chapter 13. They wrapped up the book. So I'm going to do a review of the whole tome because I've said every week, during every week, I think pretty much all the reviews, best Doctor Who being made right now, and it was being made exactly around the same time as Doctor Who Flux and everything Big Finish was putting out. By far the best Doctor Who being made right now. Fine, before we get into the review, can you hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button? The subscribe button is the one that I particularly like. Okay, I particularly like you hitting the subscribe button. That'll be fantastic. Triple dozy. Wow, I normally say double dozy. I'm going to go for triple dozy. That's a big one. I've started my Substack. This is going out on Friday, so hopefully Red Ghost, it's a comic strip I put out each week, is going out there, and I've also put out, it's an email newsletter. I've also put out a bunch of vintage strips that are out of print, like the Blake 7 ones. I'll make recording this on Wednesday. That's going out today. I have a paid one where I'm supposed to put out more exclusive content, but I'm behind and I gotta put stuff out. I feel so bad. I gotta put a bunch of stuff out, but I will do. That's happening. So like, share, subscribe, Substack, comment, let me know what you think, but mostly go and check out season 13. So what is season 13? Season 13 is the second in the Alex Lees Capaldi Doctor saga. So Alex was not a fan of the current era of Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall one, and I think what was something that made it this current era, and if you like it, God bless you, this is probably not for you, but if you like it, it's fine. But I think something that made it look so bad is quite how fantastic Capaldi and Capaldi's performance was. Like, one of the best performances we've ever seen of the Doctor. I mean, it's just in terms of sheer acting talent and ability, it did incredible things, like micro expressions of a Troughton, of a Pertwee. It really was fantastic. I think it was a distillation of everything that is Doctor Who, right? Fan-freaking-tastic. I really wanted to have an extra few years. I would have loved to have him have an extra years with a different creative voice, right? It would have been much nicer if I think he went on with... what's it called again? The guy did Being Human, did the God Complex, so he did a bunch of really good episodes of Doctor Who. He also played the German soldier in, was it Twice Upon Time? Twice Upon a Time, not what you see. This is how much flux gets in your head. I'm thinking Once Upon Time, Twice Upon a Time. Toby Whithouse, that's it. So I would like to see a different creative voice running Doctor Who, because one of the things I liked about Death Come to Time, Sylvester McCoy. Can't remember his bloody name this morning. The Sylvester McCoy audio story was that it was different, right? It was taking Doctor Who in a different... I didn't like it. Frankly, I thought it was a bit naff. But it was taking Doctor Who in a different creative direction. It was kind of exciting at the time. You had those little, real-time windows. You had to, see, you saw the animation of, which was very bad, right? So much the same with this. If you're somebody who longed for that, right, and also really didn't like the current era, which is basically me. This is what Alex Lee's take on Capaldi is. So what he does is he acknowledges the Jodie Whittaker years, the Jodie Whittaker run, but essentially, and it sounds a lot, he does it in a much cleverer way, but essentially he Bobby Ewings it, right? He does it as a shower dream, but it's not as stupid as that. Go and listen to the first chapter of season 1. This is on Book on Tape, and it's also you can buy the book, obviously. But Book on Tape is free on YouTube, and he does a very, very good performing it. A very, very good job performing it. He also has some other voices thrown in. Most notably is Romana. Romana is basically the companion throughout, and it's a perfect combination, right? It really is a perfect combination of Doctor, companion, and a bit of K9. So Capaldi with the new Romana and K9, wonderful. Also, I have to say, Alex's performance of K9 is wonderful, right? You got that, because I love dogs. I actually love dogs. I love how they get excited, right? I just do. I love that, and I love how he does that in K9. Like, how he was excited to help the Doctor or do stuff with the Doctor, right? He's got that very doggy attitude, which I think is just lovely. So anyway, this is a Capaldi with a different creative voice, but still very, very, very recognizably Capaldi. He really gets his mannerisms and his dialogue perfectly, along with Romana, along with pretty much everybody else that you will recognize throughout those adventures. So season 12 was the first season that he did, and it was your standard Rusty Davis Moffat season of overarching arc with individual stories and I think two multi-part stories, and I think it worked very well. It was a bit cold, right? It was the villains he was facing were these Lovecraftian entities called creatures of the bog, very, very heavy science stuff, and again, it worked very well with that Capaldi Doctor. With this season, season 13, he really lightens up. I think a lot of the angst of season 12 has gone, and you got a much more playful Capaldi, which I'm really enjoying. Yeah, again, absolutely really enjoying. So Romana is all pissed off that they're always going to Earth, and because this Capaldi is likes to take the piss, and he does. It's wonderful. He's like, I'm going to take you somewhere completely different from Earth, and he takes her to this area space called Albion, which is essentially a 1930s take on British society with sci-fi trappings. So you got that vibe of like the later Sherlock Holmes stories, action adventure. But it's quite Indiana Jonesy, this story. But what it really is, it's Doctor Who. It's very, very, very core, purely Doctor Who. So what Alex did was he set himself a lot of the, how would you call it, the hurdles he needed to get over, that Chris Chibnall needed to get over to write Doctor Who Flux. He wanted to do one complete narrative and have many characters. And he wanted to make it work, which I don't think Flux did. Also, he wanted to make it an actual story with a beginning, middle, and end, and characters that have character arcs. Things happen to them and they're effective. I find, in the current era, the characters are somewhat plot devices and a little more than that. So that was basically the plan, and I think he executed it wonderfully, right? Really, really wonderfully. So they're in this part of space, and Romana's like, this looks a bit Earth-like. He's like, oh, we're totally different. And he's just taking the piss, and I love that. I could really hear Capaldi do that. So they very quickly get caught up in a... Again, it's imagine around the recent David Tennant Around the World in 80 Days meets Indiana Jones in space. Okay, that's how I would describe this, right? With the steampunk as opposed to diesel punk as opposed to steampunk, right? So they start off in the Albion Museum where there's a dinner party going on. I can't remember the name of a person in charge of all these archaeological digs in Cairo. That'll be the planet Cairo, not the place Cairo. Has called people together because there are wrongdoings over in Cairo. So basically, what you get right here is again pure Doctor Who, a lot of. Egyptology, mummies, ghosts, that sort of, mummies, demons, possessions, that sort of thing, with Capaldi's Doctor going all the way through it in this Victorian era, sort of Victorian era, more like 1930s era, whatever that would be called, trappings and setting. So it starts off they're at a dinner party. So again, you're in this later Downton kind of feel to it. They're in this dinner party and they're talking about the terrible things that have gone on this dig in Cairo, and they are interrupted in the middle of it by an attack of mummies, which that kind of is the tone for the whole story, right? It's you get like very, very Englishy staid, people sitting around, doing Englishy things, intercut with great bits of action adventure, which is what this is. So this leads them into the adventure where they have to go after the evil Doctor Nagati to find out what on earth is going on. So there's a whole large cast of characters, and they're all very, very well realized, and also homages, pastiches to people that we know within British culture, right? So yeah, we have again, my memory of names in both real life and novels terribly, but we got like older academic flapper. We have a crime fighting, a crime solving husband and wife team. We have an American detective, and so on, and basically they're investigating this Doctor Nagati, which takes them throughout all this wonderful world. Now, what Alex is really great at, again, I recommend season 12 to check this out, is world building. He's very, very good at world and civilization building, which is what there's a lot of in this, and it's all kind of glorious, right? It's all really kind of fun. In season 12, he did a lot of good stuff with Old Mondas, which is also, I believe, in one of his early books, Regeneration Past. So yeah, which I have to look at now. But so this whole thing is an exercise in world building, and it again, glorious, absolutely glorious. The Dr. Amana and ensemble end up on this interplanetary spaceship, which is essentially a large Pullman train in space, right? And again, it's a lot of fun. You have Capaldi in like the third class sleeper berth with Ramada, and you can just really imagine him there, and really imagine him going through all of this stuff. And you stop off on different planets. You stop on the planet Hungary, and there's a kind of a Transylvanian type adventure that goes on there. It's a bit of a side quest. You do interact with the evil Dr. Nagati every now and again. There are other characters that turn up. There are other characters from Doctor Who lore that turns up. There's a new incarnation of the meddling monk, which I really liked. This is an Irish version of him, and also a new version of a new incarnation of the Rani, which I get the feeling is going to become quite of a major part of season 14, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to at this point. Right, I'm thoroughly looking forward to, because I think Alex is going to go off and do something different with this one, which again, very excited. I said to him, is it because we talk to each other because I like his stuff. I did a video recently about how we nearly got a Capaldi story with the meddling monk with Matt Berry playing him, and I'm like, oh, that sounds glorious. That sounds glorious. So I fed him the idea. It's like, actually, I'm planning on having other writers come in for season 14 and ask me if I have the time. I would really be up for it, right? I would really be up for doing that. Because I would really, I would love to see Matt Berry's meddling monk. I think that would be absolutely perfect. So anyway, this is again Indiana Jones style-esque adventure as they go across this corner of the universe until they reach the denouement on the planet Cairo. Very Pyramids of Mars-y, very, again, steampunk, cyberpunk, however you want to call it. Not cyberpunk, diesel punk, right? Very, very diesel punk. And it's, generally speaking, a very satisfying conclusion. It's a very satisfying season, right? I found that I got, again, I don't want to rank on the current era of Doctor Who because it's pretty easy. But yeah, I found I got everything delivered to me in this season 13 that was promised to me in Doctor Who Flux, and it was delivered as a fleshed out 3-dimensional story with characters that I cared about. Just leaving me excited for more. Like I am genuinely excited for more. How many seasons do you think he's gonna do? I don't know. I do hope that he gets he reaches a conclusion, right? He reaches a conclusion with this, because I feel that we're going on a journey. It's a journey that, again, if you like Doctor Who, right? If you like, and I dislike Doctor Who. I've liked all of Doctor Who up until the current one. Even, I like New Who, I like Classic. I like it. If you like that, right? If you like Doctor Who, this may be for you. This may be for you. And honestly, it's worth supporting Alex. So I would say get the book. Go buy the book. So I'm actually going to go. Now I know the story, and now I can just dip in and out of it and relive episodes from it, which I probably will, because it's I liked it. We're going to my reviews are pretty darn simple. Do I like it? Yeah, I do. I like it. So it's a recommend. Go check it out. I'm a bit bereft. There's no more season 13 this year. I guess it'll come back at some point with season 14. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.